In the sky, gazing far into the night, I raise my hand to the fire, but it's no use, 'cause you can't stop it from shining through. It's true, baby, let the light shine through. If you believe it's true, baby, won't you let the light shine through for you. In the sky, gazing far into the night, I raise my hand to the fire, but it's no use, 'cause you can't stop it from shining through. It's true, baby, let the light shine through. If you believe it's true, baby, won't you let the light shine through for you.
Good evening, everybody, and welcome to this, special edition of Elite FPL podcasting. It's, of course, myself, Steve-O. It seems like about 2 months since the last time we did a stream. I can't remember the last time we actually did a stream. But good evening, everybody, and the reasoning why I'm doing this stream is because it is finally the final game of double game week 24, which started almost 2 weeks ago, and we finally conclude it with, of course, West Ham versus Liverpool. But not only that, we've also got Man City versus United tonight. Yes, also they're playing tonight in the Carabao Cup. A bit special tonight as well because we're going to have G-Whizz and Paulie covering both games along with myself. I'm going to be listening in on the radio. G-Whizz should be watching it live and Paulie should be watching his game live as well. I think Paulie will be covering the Manchester derby and G-Whizz, of course, West Ham versus Liverpool, where we all know that Mane will not be starting tonight. As you can see with the team news up in front of you right now. Pretty much as you'd expect, really. We have Alisson in goal, of course. Trent Alexander-Arnold, my captain. Gomez, Van Dijk and Robertson complete the defence. Wijnaldum, Henderson, Chamberlain, the midfield three. And then up front, we've got Origi starting. Salah and Firmino. And of course, a lot of people with triple captain Salah, but also a lot of people with Mane triple captain. Of course, he brung in a whopping 1 point from the other day. So, yeah, this is a bit of a... This is more important for people like myself and G-Whizz who have captained, or in G-Whizz's case, he's triple captained Trent Alexander-Arnold. We'll get his thoughts up in a minute. We'll just quickly move on to the West Ham team news. And to be honest with you, I don't think anybody has many of their assets playing whatsoever, but you never know. Fabianski in goal, Nagahia, Diop, Ogbonna, Cresswell making up the back four. Rice, Noble, Snodgrass, Lanzini, Masawaka in the midfield, and Allaire up top. Now we move on to, like I said, the Carabao Cup, where, yeah, I was surprised by the team that Man City have put out, to be honest with you. I was thinking that they may actually put out a not quite an understrength team, but certainly I wasn't expecting Aguero to start. But this is exactly what Man City have gone with. Bravo in goal, Walker, Rodrigo, Otamendi, Cancelo, Gundogan, Mahrez, Kevin De Bruyne, Bernardo Silva, Sterling and Aguero up top. And of course on the bench it's the usual big hitters, Gabriel Jesus, David Silva, Edison there just in case. I'm surprised Phil Foden doesn't get a start tonight, to be honest with you, considering they're 3-1 up. And then finally we move on to Man United's team, where of course, surprise, surprise, Greenwood starts again. Doesn't play in the game versus Burnley, where of course people like me bring him in for a one-off punt to see if he'd start versus Burnley, albeit they lost 2-0, but of course he didn't. But don't worry though, he's starting in this particular fixture where it's De Gea in goal, Wan-Bissaka, Lindelof, Maguire, Shaw and Williams, Fred, Matic, Lingard, Greenwood and Martial. So I would argue that, in fact I would say that's Man United's first team starting there. So it's going to be very interesting to hear the thoughts of G-Whizz and, of course, Paulie in a second. I know we've got Dan there. He'll be on in a second just to give his views on the game just before we go live. But I just want to quickly say hello to the various people that are joining us. Born for FPL, Simon Bellamy, Chelsea Flyer, Sultan Saeed, Andrew Martin, the Daily Llama, Sultan Saeed, Uncle Juicy TV's here. Coolio 2foots. I know you posted something the other day which was very, very interesting. I can't remember specifically what it was. That's how much of an impact it had on my life. But all I know was that you posted something and I was just nodding in agreement. Vince Chapman's here. Shane McGuinness. I haven't seen you for a very long time on the live feeds anyway. Harbour Boy's here. Blimey, it must be what, 8 o'clock in the morning for you? Good morning. FPL Booners here. Pegasion's here. I know Anish is here. And there are very many more other people going there. I went with in fact, do you know what? Let's bring on our correspondent, shall we? Let's just bring them on, see what they've got to say just before the games kick off. So we will start with. I know Dan's in a bit of a hurry, so we'll bring on Dan to start with. Once I can get this all sorted, which of course everything messes up the second. Evening, Dan.
Good evening, mate. How's it going? You alright?
Yeah, very well. All excited for tonight's games? All excited for tonight's games, Dan?
Yeah, already, yeah. It feels like ages since the start of Gameweek 20. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you loud and clear.
Oh, okay, sorry, yeah. So, but yeah, no, I mean, like I was just saying to the guys in the waiting room, kind of given up with FPL in a sense, but still want Salah to return, as obviously I've got him as captain.
Yeah, absolutely. What was your prediction for tonight's game?
I will say 3-1 to Liverpool.
Oh, so you're not expecting a clean sheet then?
No, I don't know. I've just got the feeling West Ham could score, but yeah, I still think it'll be a comprehensive win for Liverpool.
Any thoughts on the Manchester derby? Were you surprised at the fact that Man United fielding such a strong team? I can't even speak.
Not at all. No, not at all. Not. I mean, at the end of the day, it's a Manchester derby. It's a chance to get to Wembley, and I know they're 3-1 down, but anything can happen, I suppose. I mean, if you're going to be super positive, you'll remember last season when they beat PSG. What was it, 3-1 away? I know it's they're different players then, but no, not at all, really.
No, absolutely. And we'll just quickly bring on Paulie, who's actually covering that game. Evening, Paulie.
Evening, Steve. How are you?
You're covering tonight's Manchester derby. You all excited for it, or is it just more of a case of let's just get this match out the way and then we can concentrate on the league and also the Champions League?
Yeah, I'm excited to actually watch the game, but I don't think Manchester United are going to go through. I still think Man City will be too strong tonight.
Where is it? Is it the Etihad or Old Trafford?
Yeah, it's the Etihad tonight.
It is at the Etihad. What's your score prediction?
I think Man City will definitely score 2, so I'm going to go 2 or 3-0 to Man City.
Were you surprised as a United fan? Were you surprised that Man United are fielding such a strong team?
Yeah, the fielded a stronger team against Tranmere as well, didn't they? So I think Solskjaer still thinks there's a chance that they can actually go through to the final, which might only be the chance of silverware they've got this season.
Your thoughts on the game between obviously West Ham and Liverpool? Remind everybody who your starting 3 are in this particular game. Is it, as we all expect, TAA, Salah and Mane, even though Mane isn't playing?
I've got Joe Gomez as the defender, and Salah's my captain, and then I had Mane.
Oh wow! So you're obviously hoping for a clean sheet in this particular fixture, maybe even Gomez potentially getting some form of attack and returns. What was your prediction on this particular fixture?
I think last time on stream I got the Wolves game correct, and I went 2-1 to Liverpool. I've gone 3-0 to Liverpool this one.
I think that's what I think I went 2-0. Like you, I did 2-1 for Wolves in the Wolves game, and I think I went 2 or 3-0 for this particular fixture. And we'll bring on the man, of course, that is the West Ham fan. It's G-Whizz. Good evening, G.
Good evening, Steve-O.
Are you confident ahead of tonight's game?
In what respect?
In the fact that maybe West Ham could nick a point.
Don't be silly. You're talking about your... No.
Now I'm gonna put up your team on screen right now, and you've got Trent Alexander-Arnold as triple captain. Are you confident that he could get you some form of attacking returns tonight?
Yes, very. I just want to temper my sort of enthusiasm and I'll be happy with a clean sheet, but anything on top of that will be a bonus.
Yeah, I'm the same ballpark as you. I'm really hoping for a clean sheet as well. I do want to talk about your team quickly. You must have been loving life when you saw Ali getting the goal and assist in the last game.
Oh, and you know what? I'd only brought him in for that 1 week punt as well.
Unbelievable. Are you what are you planning on doing with your team at the moment? Is it just set and forget, or are you planning on using a wild card or anything like that?
To be honest with you, as I was just saying in Hangouts with someone, is I'm just waiting until Friday, and then I'll look at the team and sort of make a decision as to what I'm going to do there. I haven't really sort of even Mane. I don't even know if I'm going to keep him, sell him. I'm just going to wait until Friday and then make my decision then.
Yeah, Dan, I'll ask you before we let you go, because I know you're going to go and watch the game. Is your thoughts on getting rid of Mane?
Well, I mean, how serious is the injury?
Well, he's definitely out this Saturday.
Ooh, yeah. I mean, that's a lot of money just sitting there. But like as you know, I've already taken a 4-point hit, so that will be tricky. Because obviously I've got Aubameyang in, I've got Fleck in as well from Sheffield United. But to have 12 million just sat there, God, it might be the old 8-point hit. To be fair, I don't want to risk missing out on some points there. So yeah, it's not bad. Bad move really.
Gee, I didn't actually ask you the question at all. What's your score prediction on the West Ham game?
Say that again, sorry, Steve.
The score prediction on West Ham game. What are you going with?
I'm going a minimum of 2-0 Liverpool. If the FPL gods were to smile on me, I would hope that Salah would be very quiet tonight.
Yeah, that's what I'm personally hoping, to be honest with you. I think that with the amount of people that are triple captain Salah at the moment, I'm very, very concerned that maybe he could do something tonight. But you never know. It could be the case that nobody does anything, and it's someone like Origi that gets the goals. I mean, Paulie, are you optimistic that Salah could do something tonight?
I'm hoping so. I think he will actually tonight.
What a general estimate of what he could return? I think I went with a goal and assist in this particular fixture.
Yeah, a goal will be nice, but anything more I think will be a bonus.
Yeah, I completely agree with you there. I hope he does get something. Evening Manchester Reds. Make sure you do go to the Planet FPL meet up in Manchester. I heard they called you out, mate, on the live stream. Make sure you go to it. I know they want you to go, so it'd be good to. It'd be nice to have an Elite FPL representative go to the Planet FPL Manchester meetup. It'd be absolutely brilliant if you did. Vince Chapman making a point that Salah has not scored in his last 8 or 9 trips to London. Dan, does that concern you at all?
Yeah, it does a little bit. He missed a great chance Sunday against Shrewsbury. And yeah, against Wolves, like he did have a couple of chances, but really so much involved. It does, but no offense, West Ham are a bit hopeless, so I'm hoping at least get goals. Come on.
None taken, Dan, none taken.
But I'll be happy. Also, I'll be happy if West Ham won a 3-2. So
Go and wash your mouth out with some soap there, Dan. We can't have West Ham scoring tonight. What's the matter with you? Hey?
I reckon West Ham will score.
Stop that.
You're a fan, G.
You're a West Ham fan.
Oh, yeah.
I'm more positive than you. Or just delusional. I don't know.
Dan, what it is, when you support West Ham, you can afford to have FPL over the team that you support. It's quite easy. It's quite easy.
What were you feeling like, G-Whizz, when you were knocked out by West Brom? Was it just were you absolutely gutted, or was it just a case of let's just concentrate on the Premier League now?
It's just typical West Ham, isn't it? It's just like we can't get to the 5th round of the FA Cup playing a Championship side. That sums up West Ham.
Yeah. Tobias is asking, I'll quickly ask you, Dan, before we let you go, your thoughts on Bruno Fernandes coming to Manchester United. I don't know much about him. I'm not going to proclaim that I do, but Dan, do you know much about this guy?
Yeah, he's been really highly rated and sought after. I mean, Barcelona were very interested in him, although Barcelona have obviously made this crazy bid for Richarlison. I don't know if you heard about that 85 million that Everton rejected, which is just absolutely... yeah, 85. Sky Sports News confirmed it this
100
afternoon.
million euros, which works out to be around 85 million bid from Barcelona for Richarlison, has been rejected, mate.
That is a lot of paella as well, you know what I mean? So, but yeah, I mean, going back to Fernandes, it's a great sign, to be fair, considering they're not in the Champions League and Barcelona are after him and got some good records in Portugal. I can't say I've seen him play loads, but his record looks pretty good in terms of goals scored in the Portuguese league. So, yeah, great signing for United. I mean, they're spending. So, who knows? Maybe they'll finish top 8 this season.
Dan, we'll let you go because I know you want to watch the game. It's all kicked off, so we'll speak to you later, mate. At half time.
Yeah, speak to you at half.
Cheers, dude.
Guys.
All right, bye. There we are. There's Dan there. He'll be joining us back at half time to give his thoughts on the first half of the West Ham Liverpool game. Paulie, your thoughts on Bruno Fernandes joining your lot?
I'm excited to see him, actually. I've seen reports that they're comparing him to Kevin De Bruyne, and if that's true, then he's going to be some player, isn't he? But is it just a bit premature that he's already being rated as highly as he is?
Again, I'm not going to profess to be an expert on Portugal or anything like that, but he's coming from Sporting Lisbon, is that right?
Yeah, in the Portuguese league. Yeah.
And he's done exceedingly well over there, hasn't he?
Yeah, he's scored a few goals, assists. He's also got a fair few yellow cards as well, which is unfortunate.
How much do you think he'll come in to FPL? We've got Angus Gordon is saying that he reckons he's going to be about 8.59 million. Would you say that's be about right?
Yeah, I don't think he'll be as high as 9. I think when Pepe came in at 9, didn't he? And I think they overpriced
9.5.
him, so
I thought it was.
Yeah, I think they overpriced him, so I think they might go about 8.5 for Fernandes.
Good evening to Ray Joyce. This is a bit of an honour having you join us live. You have all 6 of your players starting tonight. So obviously 3 Liverpool, 3 West Ham. I'll try and find your team in a second to bring it up to show people what's going on here. Anything happening so far in your game, Paulie?
No, they've only been playing 1 minute 20. Man City are just passing the ball about. Man U are chasing them at the minute.
And how's the Liverpool game so far, G-Whizz, after a couple of minutes? I'm hearing on the radio that it seems to be pretty much all Liverpool.
They're just laying down the law. They're just laying down the law. They've come. They ain't mucking about. I don't even think West Ham have had a touch yet, mate.
No, I really do. I really am hoping for a clean sheet in this particular game. And as you stated, a Salah blank would do complete wonders. I'll bring up my team just to show people. But at the moment, I want to look for Ray Joyce's team just to bring it up on screen for people just to see him having six players in this particular fixture. I know he's doing quite well this year in our Cash Mini League. There he is. He's 30th. In fact, that's very good. You're just above him, G-Whizz, but he's played his triple captain. He's got it on Salah. At the moment, he's on 55 points. It's Lanzini, nice. Snodgrass, Allaire, Alexander-Arnold, and Firmino. Fair play to you, Ray. You've had a cracking week. Nick Pope, of course, getting you 10 points. And Kevin De Bruyne obviously in there as well. Unfortunate to have Calvert-Lewin on the bench, but to be fair, are you really going to start Calvert-Lewin ahead of, say, Martial when he was playing against Burnley? But you've got all 6 of your players playing. Like you said, they're all in that bulk on the left-hand side. Just to mention Jason, actually, just to let everybody know that if you're wondering where Jason is, if you're unaware, he's getting married tomorrow. Would you believe? And Dan is actually going to be there, but he's going to be at the party afterwards. So, yeah, Jason posted up. If you haven't seen, he posted up a video to tell you guys about his absence over the next week. Well, I think it's a bit more like 2 weeks. He's going to be off from streaming. So essentially, it's just going to be me doing solo work. For goodness knows how long. What I can tell you is that there's definitely, I know Chelsea Flyer asked this earlier on, there is no preview tomorrow, but there will be on Friday. I'm actually going to a gig tomorrow evening, so I'm not actually able to do a preview tomorrow, but I'm able to do it on Friday. Saturday, I will be at some point streaming. I don't know particularly when it will be happening, but it will definitely be doing it from, I would guess, about 4 o'clock on Saturday, covering all the matches that are happening on Saturday. And then, of course, on Sunday, we're going to be having the Sunday surgery. So there is going to be a lot of streams over the next few days. So I'm going to be with no voice. God knows when. Good evening, Ben P, all the way from Mexico. Wow, good evening to you, my friend. Gravy Dave, good evening here. No, Coolio Two-Foots, no, he is not live streaming from the wedding, I'm afraid. You never know, Dan may do something, but he's definitely not he's definitely not going to be live streaming at all. Looks like Bilal is very, very happy with the Bruno Fernandes news. If anybody in chat wants to let myself, G, and Paulie give us some info on him, then by all means. FPL Booner, yes, it is G-Whizz watching the West Ham game, and I'm listening to it on the radio. So we've got the Liverpool game covered, and Paulie is covering the Man City versus Man United game in the Carabao Cup. But yeah, I will. I'll let you in to know what I've done, because Dan told you guys just a second he's taken a -4. Well, I've done a -8. I did it on... God, I can't even remember when I did this. I'm going to have to find that myself. It was on 21st of January. So I couldn't even... About 10 days ago now it was. I got rid of Maddison, Vardy and Mopé. And I brought in Grealish, Aguero and Ings. And I'm captaining Aguero against Tottenham, but it's just so frustrating that he started tonight. Very frustrating indeed. I'm a bit annoyed by that. I don't really care about the Mane injury. I can cope with that. I'm not too concerned by the fact that Mane is out. I've got cover in either Soyuncu or Greenwood. I'm perfectly happy with that, but I'm perfectly cool with the transfers. Like I said, I'm going to be captaining Aguero versus Tottenham, although I just have this... Now that Aguero started tonight, I have this fear that Jesus may actually start that particular fixture. Paulie, I'll ask you. Do you think Aguero is going to be starting at the weekend?
I'm not sure, but he's just actually had a header save from about 5 yards out, just as you asked me that question.
And how is that?
Jesus is on the bench, so... They might play Jesus. It's pet roulette again, isn't it? Every weekend, so you can't really set a guess or anything. I hope he doesn't play for FPL reasons, because I don't own him.
Yeah, I completely agree with you. According to FPL Boone, it was an absolutely fantastic save from David De Gea there.
He's just done another good save for Mahrez as well.
So it looks like David De Gea is going to be on top form tonight.
It's all Man City at the minute.
Fix It is saying, I'll absolutely love a Firmino hat-trick and Van Dijk clean sheet. I'll be honest.
No. We can't have that.
I thought something had happened there in the game. I've got it on the thing. Why not, G-Whizz? Why not? Is it because a certain Brett Mollison has triple captained Firmino? Why?
Not only has Brett Mollison triple captain Firmino, but my workmate rival has done the same. And it's like, no, I'm not listening. La.
I've got the game on my ear, G-Whizz. It's sounding pretty boring to me.
What it is that it's attack versus defence. West Ham aren't even pressing. They're just inviting them on. So it's just going to be a matter of time, Steve-O, to be honest.
How is Trent looking?
He hasn't had much to do, but like I said, it's just a matter of time. I can't see them keeping this up for 90 minutes and hoping to get a 0-0 draw. No.
Evening Stein saying that he's going to love to see a Snodgrass get a return tonight. Well, let him.
Oh my days! What kind of language is that? Ban that keeper. Ban him.
Sorry, Stein, you're banned, mate. Paulie, FPL Booner, is saying that Sterling's been fouled and he believes it should be a penalty.
What?
Yeah, they were both running into the area, and Maguire actually fell over and then fell into Sterling. They both fell to ground, but VAR said no penalty, and it's a corner to Man City.
Do you think that it should have been a penalty?
It was one of them where it looked more like obviously unintentional because he actually fell over and then went into Sterling. So I don't see penalty.
Interesting. We'll quickly bring up Jason's team quickly to show what he's actually done this particular game. I know for a fact that he's captained Salah. Let's just quickly bring his team up here. He's on 42 points as it stands right now. And it's pretty much as you'd expect from his team. He's got no Mane playing. Trent, of course. He wildcarded this particular game week. And he knows that he went into panic mode regarding his wildcard. I'd be interested to see what transfers he's made this particular game week. If he remembers, he may even save them. For all I know. Well, we've got a Trent Alexander-Arnold set piece. What set piece is it, G-Whizz?
It's not. Hold on. They're still getting it together. They haven't really. Hold on. No, it's just a. No, it wasn't even sort of a chance, really. They're attacking at the moment, Liverpool, and Masuaku is trying to get himself booked, but it looks like the West Ham fans can't see it going that way. Let's just put it that way.
Yeah, it's sounding like nothing's been given on the radio. No. Of course, I'm probably ahead of you, G-Whizz, when it comes to the commentary. But
I see. Right, gotcha.
I must say this game is sounding extremely flat. But if I'm honest with everybody here, I really wanted to do the stream tonight because I was just like, there's no way in hell I'm going to be able to sleep, particularly tonight, without knowing the result and the fact that my captain's playing. So I just thought, to hell with it, let's just do a stream. And yeah, I mean, someone actually asked about when is Planet FPL's get together. I'll bring it up on Twitter now, and then I'll be able to show you guys, for anybody that is in and around the area. It'd be pretty cool if there were actually some people representing Elite FPL. That would be pretty that'd be absolutely fantastic, to be honest with you. Like I said, Manchester Reds has already expressed the fact that he's almost certainly going to be going to it. This is when I won't even be able to find the particular piece of news regarding when it's specifically happening. But all I can tell you is that it's very, very soon indeed. If I can just find it, which of course I can't. It's going to be somewhere, but all I'd say is just go to @PlanetFPL. All their information is there regarding the Planet FPL. West Ham on the attack at the moment.
This is all stemmed. Oh my days! This has all stemmed from Salah losing out to Masuaku.
Apparently Lanzini's just come close, G.
But he was offside.
Oh, he's offside, was he?
Yeah.
I've just seen
that was West Ham's first attack of the game.
For anybody interested that is wanting to go to Planet FPL Live, it's actually on the top of their page, would you believe, in Manchester. The information's there. There's a website there. It's on the 22nd of February. So if you are interested in going to Planet FPL Live, 22nd of February is when it's at. And I highly recommend anybody in the area, if you're available to go to it. Should be very, very good indeed. Oh, is that right, Boona? I think Phil was actually on their stream the other day. FPL Boona saying that Brew and Phil are gonna be going. Apparently, fair play, well done. FPL Boona saying that I'm quite interested in learning more about what everybody's doing with Mane. Personally, I'm getting rid, but I'm still debating on who to bring in. X in chat if you're binning Mane. Yeah, if anybody wants to do a quick vote on that. If you are thinking of getting rid of Mane, put an X in chat. Paulie, I know you don't own... no, you do own Mane. What are you planning to do with him?
I've been experimenting with a few wildcards, but I've not actually clicked activate yet. I had a few players in that now have got that potential blank game week, so I've just completely rethought it. But in the wildcard, Mane was out of every one of them.
Interesting. Just a few people here pretty much saying that they are planning.
Can someone put an X in chat for me?
Go for it, G. What you saying?
No, I was just asking someone to put an X in chat for
Oh,
me. I think I'm one of them ones.
You're planning on getting rid, are you, Mane? G.
Yeah. I mean, I'd rather get rid of Mane and look into a double Liverpool defence than try and keep him and see if he can eventually get fit and play a game. Because that's a lot of money. I think it's 12.3 for me.
And sorry, who would you replace Mane with?
I would probably go for a cheapo and maybe beef up front and defence.
Yeah, I mean, Paulie, who are you thinking of getting rid of Mane for? Is there any players that stick out?
No, I not in the midfield. I actually use the Mane money for Aubameyang, so I'm funding him in the striker.
Yeah,
but then obviously potential of the blank game week if Man City win. Then I've just been messing about with it.
Yeah, I was thinking of potentially getting in Aubameyang. I mean, if I could. Yeah, I mean, in theory, I could do a -16. I'm not going to do it, but then getting Aubameyang and have Traore in my team.
Yeah, we've just had a chance for Aguero. He had a shot heading for top corner, and David De Gea has just tipped it round the post for a corner. And Aguero and Sterling are both looking really lively today.
What's going on with David De Gea today? Is he just having the game of his life or something?
Yeah, he's made 3 decent saves already, and we're only 17 minutes in.
So it just seems like the City show, does it?
At the minute, yeah. Manu have had one attack. Wan-Bissaka ran from the halfway line to the edge of the box, and it turned into 3-on-2 from Man United. And he decided to pass it to Otamendi instead of Martial for some reason.
Just had another attack there, G-Whizz, from West Ham. Robertson losing out. What's going on?
So he lost that to the new guy. I can't even pronounce his name. And he crossed the ball in. He tried to cross the ball in, but it was blocked. West Ham seem to be coming more and more into the game. Interesting times.
Bilal, I'm thinking of doing a -8. Mane, Vardy, Calvert-Lewin out, Traore, Jimenez, Aubameyang in. It's a very, very good moves. Like I say, I'm just playing this game for the sake of just playing it now. I'm not looking into anything? I mean, following on with that question, Steve, are you not concerned about if Man City blank in game at 28? If they win today, which means Aguero and Aubameyang would blank in that week. Honestly, I'm not doing any form of planning whatsoever. I've got no hope in winning anything this particular season. Certainly in the Cash Mini League, there's no chance that I'm going to be able to catch up with the guys in the top, fourth spot specifically. In my other Cash Mini League, I've already won a prize, which was the Manager of the Month, so that's paid off my entrance fee for next year. Looking at game week 28, I've only got 2 Man City assets, Aguero and Kevin De Bruyne, so if they're able to blank, it's pretty obvious that they are going to blank, then I'll just get 2 replacements in. I don't know, whoever's got the best fixtures that particular game. We can be looking at it here on screen right now. Do I trust Spurs? No.
We've just had a corner for Liverpool. Trent's taken it, crossed it in. Van Dijk was there, and it fell to the Bin Laden, who, fizzled out from there.
Mark Byrne, what's your rank, Steve-O? 700,000. Terrible.
Have you really given up those, Steve-O?
Yes, I have, yeah. I'm doing FPL for the sake of this stream, to be honest with you, and the entertainment value that I get from doing these streams. I'm literally saving all my chips for pretty much between game weeks 34 and 38. Mm-hmm. I've just lost all hope, to be honest with you, G-Whizz. It's like a bit like with Dan, really. There's nothing to play for, and when there's nothing to play for, there's no point in kind of taking the game as serious as what I'd normally do. If I was in like people like your position, where if we look at where you are, you're 20th, aren't you?
I think. Hold on. Yes, I think so. I was around about there, 17th, something like that.
Yeah, you're doing really well. You've done really well after this particular game. Yeah, you're 20th, exactly 20th.
20th, yeah.
13.49. You're on 13.49, and 4th place is on 14.17. So you're about 70ish points off 4th to get 4th spot. You've got something to play for. People like myself. Yeah. I'm like almost like 110 points off. It's...
Yeah. No, I hear you. I hear you. Oh. West Ham, another sort of West Ham attack where I think it was Lanzini to Haller. But the pass was sort of too far in front of Haller for him to be able to do anything with it. West Ham still coming more and more into the game.
I was going to say they seem to be growing in confidence.
Worrying. Yeah, they are.
I'll ask you as a West Ham.
Hold on. Oh, we've just had it was Salah to Robertson, I believe.
Yep.
And he dinked it over the Fabianski, and it was just cleared off the line by Diop. Whew. That would have been a nightmare situation for me, as Salah assists for a Robertson goal. No, thanks.
I'll ask you in a minute, G.
Yeah.
Oh, it's just come to nothing. FPL Boomer's asking, who's looking good in your game at the moment, and who isn't?
In my game here?
Yes, yeah.
Trent, all the Liverpool, like Trent is looking good. Robertson, Salah, yeah, they're all doing their thing. Snodgrass, I would say, is doing his job. He's doing his job.
Are you concerned as a West Ham fan that there's a chance that you could be relegated this year?
Nah. If it happens, it happens. If it don't, it don't.
Do you think you will be relegated?
I've been looked at the fixture list. There is a high possibility of that. I can't see like 3 more worse teams than us in the league at the moment. But You never know, things change. David Moyes might actually be a good manager. Oh, did I actually say that? No, there's no chance of that happening. Yeah, we're down. Yeah, we're down.
Well, Suj from Planet FPL was doing some basic maths, and he was looking through all your fixtures, and he was basically saying what points you're going to get. And
I saw the tweet.
yeah,
I saw it.
and he pretty much, what was it? He worked out that you'd end up on 35 points or something. Wasn't that right? Something roughly like that.
Whatever it wasn't enough to stay up.
Yeah.
And he was a bit despondent, so I tried to cheer him up. But no, I think he thinks that we're down. So we'll see. I'm still going to hold out hope. You never know. But yeah, it's not looking great. Let's be honest. We're not exactly pulling up trees.
No.
Even in
I mean, the other teams that are looking over their shoulder, you've got Aston Villa, Burnley, Brighton. They're all in and around. I know we're about 6-7 points clear. Bournemouth are another team that are struggling really bad as well at the moment. So, again, it all depends on how David Moyes decides to challenge these teams upcoming, especially with the game up against Brighton. If you don't beat Brighton this particular game week, I think you're doomed.
The writing's on the wall.
Absolutely. Paulie, you've been a bit quiet. Is there much going on in your game, or is it just pure Man City domination?
It's just Man City. Only a matter of time, I think, before Aguero scores.
Well, I was going to say, what's the likelihood of this staying 0-0 at half time?
Not very, I don't think. Obviously, if there's going to be a goal, it'll be Man City. I think they've actually got a corner now, but I don't know if it's being given as a corner, actually. There was a cross from Mahrez and Aguero was in the middle, and I think he missed the header and it hit Lindelof and went out, but I think they've given it as a... Oh, no, it's a corner.
Paul Mansell asking the question here, will the answer's no, basically, but for people listening audio, will I get a sub off the bench because Mane isn't playing tonight? Unfortunately not, because he's already played a game, or the 33 minutes, as FPL Boone has just clarified. Unfortunately, you will not be getting any sub off your bench whatsoever. Tobias, Steve, what are your thoughts on Aubameyang captain this week up against Burnley? He's got an absolutely insane record against Burnley. I know that much. It's at our place. I know that there's a pattern that's been formed where basically the pattern goes like this for Burnley: win, win 2, lose 3, win 2, lose 3. You get the idea with that. We've just won our 2 games. We just lost to Norwich, so we're going to lose to Arsenal. Aubameyang is bound to come into the first team, you'd like to think. And are there better captaincy options out there? Liverpool at home to Southampton as an example. Man City assets away at Spurs. If you really want to go for a massive, a bit of a punt, maybe Jimenez against Man United, or even Traore. But I think that from a relatively, it's not quite a risky move, but I would say that certainly from a just below a risky move, I would say Aubameyang is a perfectly good captaincy option.
The last 5 minutes or so, 5 to 8 minutes, Liverpool's passing has just been off point, and it's just giving West Ham more encouragement. Let's hope that they can, pull their finger out and stop mucking about. Some people have played their triple captainships, you know.
Yeah, it's going to be a really weird question to ask, because actually you've kind of...
Oh my day.
Robertson to Origi, tell us about it, G-Whizz.
Robertson, he's been racing up and down, doing his usual stuff, and he just swung in this cross, and it's just somehow bisected Origi and Salah. It was great cross. In fact, he's been more lively than Trent, to be honest.
West Ham on the attack
West
again.
Ham, yeah, again. Phew, comes to nothing.
G, can I ask you,
Yep.
why did you, number one, use your triple captainship, and more importantly, why did you stick it on Trent?
Right, I'll tell you why. Because, one, this double game week ain't like normal double game weeks where the two fixtures are so close together. So I thought to myself that even if one of them it didn't work out that way, but I thought even if one of them players gets injured or has a knock, they got a chance of still making a second game. Whereas in a normal double game week, you got like a little knock. There's no chance you're going to make the second game because it's like 72 hours away in it, or less than, sometimes 48. So I did like that. The other thing was it was Liverpool, so I do like their assets a lot. And what made me put it on Trent was last season I had it on Liverpool in a double game week, and at the very last minute I changed it to Leroy Sane, and we all know what happened there. So this year I was determined not to make the same mistake. And Trent, I know he's a defender, and they say, oh, don't put it on a defender and all this malarkey. It only takes one goal, blah, blah. But even as it showed in the first game, even if someone scores against Liverpool, he's still got the capacity to come out with an attack in return.
No, absolutely. The question I'd ask you is a bit of a pointless one, really, but I'll still ask anyway. If Trent was classified as a midfielder, would you have him in your team?
Ooh.
And he was 7 million.
And he was 7 million?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'd have him. Yeah.
You'd still have him in your team. And just of interest, would you still captain him if he was classified as a midfielder?
Probably not, because I would probably have more attacking options, like I don't know, like a striker or a Salah or a Mane. I would look at more of them as, because they're goal scorers. He's more of an assist merchant, like I was going to say nearly De Bruyne, but De Bruyne scores more goals than Trent does. Trent is basically, you're lucky if you get 2 goals a season out of him, but on the other hand, you'd be unlucky if you didn't get less than 15 assists out of it.
Paulie, we're getting a couple of people saying that David De Gea's down. What's happening?
Yeah, a corner came in and Otamendi jumped over the back of Williams and then hit De Gea in midair, and he's flipped De Gea up and over and he's landed on top of Otamendi. But he's up at the minute taking the goal kick, so I think he'll be all right now.
Hold on.
We have a penalty.
We have a penalty. Liverpool, Origi has been fouled and a penalty has been given to Liverpool.
I reckon Mo Salah's going to take that. What do you reckon, Steve?
Here we go, everybody.
Here we go.
It's gone to VAR.
If he misses.
It's a penalty. It's a penalty all day long. If VAR, no, it's a penalty all day long. I'm sorry.
And it was Diop, I believe, that fouled Origi. Well, now it's a question of, what if Fabianski was to save it?
Oh, you know what? Someone said to me, because would you reckon Salah's effective ownership is, Steve-O?
Effective ownership, I would probably say probably 150%, something like that.
See, that I was heading in like 150, 160, 180. It's actually something like 80.
Oh, really?
So even with this penalty, it's not going to damage us much.
But this is the thing, though. I'm just glad I own Salah. I'm just glad I own him. I'm still...
Yeah.
Even if it was to end 1-0, at least we get that clean sheet.
Yes, that is the most important thing.
And that's actually
tonight.
more points than the goal.
Exactly. VAR have given the penalty
Yep.
decision.
Here we go, everybody. A penalty to Liverpool. Mo Salah is to take.
Any chance Joe Gomez takes it?
He scored. He scored, everybody. Congratulations to all that captained or even triple captained Salah. Yeah.
Well done. Well done. Well done. That's more points for me, but, you know, let's see. As long as it wasn't Firmino, oh my days, that would absolutely murder me. I'd be murked.
Let's just hope this ends 1-0.
If you offer me that right now, Steve-O, I would bite your hand off me.
So would I. Just to clarify, it was Origi that got the FPL assist. So Origi got the FPL assist. So the Gooner, he got that assist. So I don't think anybody will have owned Origi whatsoever. And
I've just read on Sky Sports News that Barcelona are preparing a 20 million bid for Willian of Chelsea.
What is going? So they've gone in for Richarlison.
Goal, Manu, Nemanja Matic.
Huh?
You're having a bubble.
Fred took the free kick from the left hand side. It went all the way through the box, and Matic just smacked it front back post, and it went into the bottom corner. Really good finish, actually. That one.
Wow! So it's now 3-2.
It's a great strike. That.
Can you see Man United coming back and maybe getting through the tie in the end, Paulie?
I was just actually looking through the stats a minute ago. That's Man United's first attempt on goal, and it's gone into back at net.
Wow.
And Man City have had 9 up until now.
Well, if you don't take your chances, you deserve to get punished at any level, to be honest.
Apparently,
I think you'll like that. That goal were really good.
Yeah, I was going to say it's supposed to have been a very, very good finish according to FPL Booner and the Gooner. So,
nice.
Shano83 here. Yep, he's got Salah triple captain.
Well done, son. Well done.
Yeah, there's going to be a lot of people that had. I know that I can't remember who it was. Pretty sure it was Phil that posted the statistics on how many people had triple captained Salah in our cash mini league. Peter Respecki, he also triple captained Salah. There's going to be literally hundreds of thousands of people that have done this. I'm pretty sure within our cash mini league. I don't know if Top Spot did it or not. I can't even remember now. Let's just quickly find out in this particular cash mini league what the standings are. So a man Dylan at the moment top, and no, he triple captain Mane. Okay, so I know that I'm sure Sultan Saeed. I know he's here at the moment. Hold on.
Oh my days!
Yeah, what was going on there? G?
Oh my days! Haller just had a semi chance, but I swear. West Ham get across the halfway line, and my heart is just doing palpitations. So yeah, it was a close shot, but yeah, phew. Whew. I'm not sure how much of my heart can take of this.
I wouldn't be panicking too much. Have the opportunities for West Ham really been troubling Alisson at all?
No. I mean, they've been promising, but yeah, nothing to sort of write home about.
As it stands, bonus points wise, Salah, Origi, and Henderson. So Salah will be getting 3, Origi with 2, and Henderson with 1. Alexander-Arnold and Gomez just missing out on 1 point, but that's very, very early stages.
That'll all change after the 60th minute.
Yeah. But if Salah has the winning goal, That's a further, for people like Sultan Saeed, whose team we've got up on screen at the moment with a triple captaincy, that's a further 9 points. So, wow, to hear. Fair play. To hear saying that he was 85,000 as of today, and now he's shot up to 42,000 with that quick rank. Paulie, FPL Booner is essentially just saying how useless Sterling is. Has he really been bad this game?
It started off lively, but he's had a couple of chances that earlier on in the season he'd have scored him every day a week. And he's just actually had the ball played to him, and it's just gone straight under his foot and out for a throw.
But what do you think is just going wrong with Sterling at the moment? Because he seems to perform really well in the Champions League, but when it comes to the domestically, he just seems to be not performing at all.
You'd usually say it's down to confidence, but it's like hit and miss, really, isn't it? He's played well in, like you said, one competition, and then not really good in the Premier League. Do you think rotation affects him by any chance, without players getting rotated around him?
I think that I don't think it would be down to rotation. I just think that I truly do think it's just down to confidence. I don't know if behind the scenes.
Yeah, because about 10 minutes ago he got played through and he were running at Maguire and he took an extra second. And earlier on in the season did a shot, but Maguire got back and tackled him.
Well, I'm wondering if Pep's had such a stern word with him about his finishing that it's actually playing on his mind even more. Worried that he's just going to get another talking to from Pep, and maybe Pep's just saying, "Look, mate, if you can't continue performing, then I'm sorry, but you're going to be dropped." I mean, talking of players that are on form at the moment, Mahrez, how's he been looking tonight?
Yeah, like rest of the Man City team, it started off lively, but just before the goal and after the goal, they've not really done much. Man United have come more into the game. It's cutting in from the right onto his left foot, and there's Williams and Luke Shaw that are both over that side on him.
Noble's trying to get himself sent off, which is good, and he gets booked.
Yeah, what's going on here at the moment, G-Whizz? Something's whereabouts is this being conceded? This free kick?
It's just outside the area, I believe. Hold on.
It's definitely a yellow card to Noble.
Yeah, definitely.
Well, hopefully Trent steps up.
This is a shooting position. I'm just trying to see who's lining up for it. Go on, Trent.
Sterling's just had the ball in the net, but the referee and linesman have got the flag up, but it's been ruled out.
Was that a VAR decision by any chance, Paulie?
No, the linesman's had his flag up. Let me have a look. Yeah, it were offside. Yeah, De Bruyne crossed it in front left. Sterling put it in, but it was offside.
Ooh. Salah and Trent standing over the ball. G.
That's right.
Who conceded the foul? Just of interest. So Noble fouled who?
I couldn't even tell you, to be honest, Steve. The wind and the rain. It was most. Hold on. Mo Salah took the free kick into the wall. He then had another shot into the wall, or what was left of it, and then he tried to dribble past everybody, and that's come to absolutely nothing. Take him off.
Apparently, it would have been Origi. If a goal had been scored, then Origi would have been the man that got the assist. Apparently, a bit of simulation, according to Paul J.
Yeah, I'd agree with that, but it's one of those. Why bother giving the referee the decision to make in the first place? You know what I mean? Just don't be stupid and dive. Well, not dive in, but don't be stupid and take the bait. Sometimes you've got to play football with your brain, not as you know what I mean. It's like, come on now.
Well, we'll be approaching half time any minute now, and
Oh, lovely.
as it stands, we've got West Ham 0, Liverpool 1. Salah with a penalty, Origi being fouled by Diop, and in the Manchester derby in the Carabao Cup, it's Man City 0, Man United 1. Matic with the goal. Just of interest, Paulie, who got the assist for Matic? Did you say? I know you said it was a long ball up.
Yeah, Fred put the free kick
That
in,
was
and then
Fred.
it got flicked on by the defender out to the far post, and Matic hit it in. So whether that'll be a Fred assist or not, I won't know.
There we have it, and then we'll be approaching half time any minute now. We'll be bringing on Dan back on just to give his views on what he's thought of the first half between West Ham and Liverpool. But at the moment, not the greatest game. G.
I'm happy with it. I've got to be honest. I'm not looking for no end-to-end NBA basketball style. I want it to be Liverpool attacking, West Ham defending, and I'll take right now. Yeah, I'll take a 1-0. Actually, yeah, I'll be happy with that.
I was going to say you'd be happy with just getting the clean sheet tonight.
Yeah.
So
yeah, that's paramount.
Yeah, if you were offered a clean sheet tonight, even though if I was to say Salah was to get a goal and assist, but you were definitely going to get a clean sheet, you'd have taken that.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, I agree with you. And so far, it appears that I reckon we should get that, but West Ham have caused a few issues, but have they been close enough to scoring at all, in your opinion, G, or not?
No, nothing to worry. Well, I say nothing to worry about. Yeah, it's just a build-up of momentum when it comes to West Ham, and it just seems like that momentum is just building and building. And sometimes Liverpool ain't helping the situation by just carelessly giving the ball away. It's just like, what have they done with the real Liverpool team? Half time.
There we have it. Half time.
Actually, I'm glad the real Liverpool team ain't turned up. Yeah, it would be 3-0 down by that.
But do you think, though, that the reason why, let's be honest here, why it is like quite a pedestrian-paced game is for the simple fact that they just want to do professional jobs and just get the job done and get out of there, just get the 3 points.
Yeah, and we've seen this with Liverpool recently. With the build-up of the fixtures, they're playing smart.
And that
there's no need for them to be like going for it gung-ho. Do you know what I mean?
No, I completely agree with you there. Paulie, your thoughts on Liverpool just essentially just walking through these matches now rather than overexerting their players and just essentially just getting the 3 points.
Yeah, well, obviously they'd go for it more, won't they, if they weren't left in all the cup competitions. So like they've got the FA Cup replay that they've said that they're already going to play the weakened team or the under-23s, whatever. Just go for the record, go for most goals, play every game like it's last game of the season, I say. And it's just been half time here. Aguero had a chance at the end. Lindelof missed his back pass by about 10 yards, and De Gea beat Aguero to the ball, and it went out for a goal kick. But it's half time now. Yeah,
Tobias is saying that De Gea's been insane tonight. Your thoughts on De Gea's performance so far?
Yeah, he's been really good so far. He's made them 3 really good saves early on in the game, but towards the Man U goal, it's not really done. He's not had anything to do after that. So he basically kept Man U in the game at the start.
Hill. I support Liverpool but have not had time to watch the game tonight. Don't need to watch the game. Just stick around with myself, G-Whizz and Paulie covering the matches tonight, especially if you're an FPL fan. Let's just do a quick bit of admin for now while we're at a bit of a pause, a bit of a break. This is myself, Steve-O. I'm doing a solo run while Jason is basically getting married. He's going to get married tomorrow, so it's a big, important time in his life. And
do we know where he's going on the honeymoon, Steve-O? Sorry to interrupt.
Unfortunately, I don't think they are going on a honeymoon.
Right, I got you.
I think it's just due to cost issues or something like that. And it's just the time of year as well. They're extremely busy in their jobs, so unfortunately they're unable to. I believe they're not going on a honeymoon anyway, but I'm sure they'll be going on holiday in the near future, anyway, because I know they do. I know that they go on holiday to South Africa on a semi-regular basis, so I'd like to think that at some point in the near future that they'll be going to South Africa, basically.
We're obviously paying him too much if he can go to South Africa on a regular basis, Steve-O.
Well,
you need to up my wages, man.
Well, when you get £3 a stream, it does add up.
Oh my days!
What?
And this is only my second of the year. I'm in trouble. That man's going to have me.
Aussie boy, good morning to you. You're more than welcome to quickly come on and give us your thoughts on the Liverpool games so far. But wow, fair play to Christoph. Now up to 4,000th in the world. Well done to you, my friend.
Oh, mate, that's incredible.
But Matt, what do you reckon on this, G? Is Manchester Reds is saying hopefully 2 more Salah goals. Do you reckon he's going to get 2 extra goals? Or do you think it's going to end like 1-2-0? Maybe even at worst case 1-1?
I'll tell you what Manchester Reds is going to get. He's going to get a banning if he carries on with that silly talk. That's what he's going to get. Forget Salah, mate. No, honestly. I could see, let me think now. Yeah, Salah, I could see him getting another one, but then he needs to stop.
Absolutely. I'll quickly...
Because there's the EO in our cash league, he's on 145%.
Oh, is he?
Yeah.
Brilliant.
Yeah.
I'm just going to quickly bring on 2 guests. We'll bring back Dan, but we'll also bring on Aussie Boy as well. Morning, Aussie Boy. You must be pretty happy with the results so far.
Yeah, it's going well. I can't be in here too long, but yeah, I'll give my thoughts so far. I reckon we've been playing well. It seems as though we couldn't really break down their defense, but we eventually got there, and they fouled Origi in the box, and then Salah put it away. So we're up 1-0, but who knows what could happen next.
Unfortunately for you, though, you're a Mane captain, aren't you?
Triple captain, actually, and I've just thought, I don't care anymore. I have Salah and Trent, so I'm just going to go for them anyway.
Why did you go with the Mane captain in the end? Just of interest, just the form player.
Just logic. Like, he just had a great history, and you can't ever predict this. It's not like he was injury prone. You can't predict an injury, so it's just pure bad luck. And there's no point, crying over it. Just, like.
No, that's sensible, Ozzy, because what someone said to me was, when things like that happen, you have to focus on the decision, not the result. As long as the decision was absolutely logical and made sense at the time, and then if something bad happens in between, then so be it. But as long as the decision-making process was logical, etc., then you can't fault what happened.
Yeah, and that's how I'm looking at it at the moment. Yeah, and so I'm not too disappointed about it. It's annoying for sure, but if he had returned, I'd be ecstatic. And looking at it now, like making the decision, it wasn't difficult. The way I made it, I'm happy. I would have done the same thing for any other player if they had that same sort of the same fixtures and same history. So what can you do? It's just unlucky, but it doesn't really matter anymore.
What did you predict this game would be, Aussie boy?
I think I said. Well, I definitely said Wolves 2-1, but I think I said this like 3-0 or something. Yeah, 4-0.
Dan, good evening. Welcome back. Just quickly, your thoughts on at half time on the Liverpool result or the game?
Well, yeah, I've been watching the United game actually.
Oh, okay.
But,
Give us thoughts on that then.
Yeah, really entertaining game. I mean, City have been dominating really, lots of possession and couple of chances, and then United have just kind of nicked a goal. I mean, it was a great goal from Matic, but as far as I remember, that's literally the only attempt they've had. But they've kind of contained them quite well. Lingard hasn't really been doing very well on the counter attack, but Fred's been playing quite well in the middle, and Brandon Williams there quite solid. So they've kind of contained them, and it just as a relative neutral, I should say, it makes it a more interesting game.
As a fellow Salah captainer, you must be enjoying life at the moment.
Yeah, I did smile when I saw that. That's the thing, like, you know, it's still nice to get at least to get your captain right in the game weeks. So, I mean, I was just looking at my I say rivals, the teams in and around me, and the team above me, Lewis Robinson triple captain Mane. Sorry to mention that, Aussie boy, but yeah, that's rotten luck. That's just terrible luck, really. But yeah, it just seems that Liverpool have dominated possession, dominated the game, and I think I was a bit optimistic saying West Ham would score, but you never know.
Aussie boy,
steady on.
Aussie boy, you say you've given up a bit, pretty much like me. What are you planning on doing moving forward with the season regarding FPL? Are you just thinking, do you know what, to hell with it, let's just take hits and just bring in the players that I want, or are you still just going to...
Yeah, that's what I'm not going to do. There's no point trying to get high anymore. I just want to have fun with the game. So if I see players I want, like say someone like Firmino, I like him as a player, and he's doing all right, so I might just bring him in. Who knows? But I'm just gonna have fun with it now. And yeah, I have a team that I like at the moment, but I'm probably gonna get rid of Mane anyway this week.
Who we've got your team up on screen at the moment, but who are you planning on getting rid of Mane for?
It depends. If I want to go Ings to Bobby, I may go like, I'm not sure, maybe someone in like maybe Son or someone. I like Son. But then I may go just KDB and then try and get Van Dijk or someone like that in the defense.
Yeah, I think, I mean, I'm looking at your team at the moment. I think certainly bringing in someone like Kevin De Bruyne as an example, or
yeah, that's what I'm thinking. Good.
Son isn't such a bad option, to be honest with you, because I can actually see him scoring versus City. I think that's going to be, well, I mean, what's your thoughts on that particular fixture?
I think it's a good fixture because I don't know about for Son. I thought of bringing him in because he's just a good player. But I thought, yeah, I reckon City will give him a little bit of a beating because it's just Tottenham is just shambles at the moment. But they've brought there. Did you see they've got this new forward Steven Bergwijn from the Eredivisie?
Oh,
he's like
I was told it's a bit of a wide player, but again, I don't know. I'm not going to profess. I mean, Dan, do you know much about this player?
I don't know, but I'm impressed with Aussie Boy's pronunciation.
But yeah, he's because I follow the other leagues a little bit, and he's been one of the standout players. And I think I reckon he could be an option if he's cheap enough. Because I think while Kane's out, he'll be playing every week. So.
And who did he play for? Sorry.
He played for PSV, I'm pretty sure. And
just of interest, roughly how many goals has he got this season?
I'm not sure. I just know that he's been on form. I can check right now if you want.
He's known as a bit of a speed merchant, Steve-O.
Yeah, he's very fast. He's very fast.
And you're expecting him to fit straight into that team. You think Mourinho is going to give him that opportunity?
Yeah,
Yeah,
he wouldn't have spent the money to just sit him on the bench, I don't think.
Well, he's got 5 goals, 10 assists in the Eredivisie.
Wow.
Then he's got, what's he got in there? He hasn't done anything in the Champions League. Yeah. But yeah, I just think he's a good player, and he's signed. And then United signing Bruno Fernandes now officially.
What's your thoughts on that?
I think he's even though I really don't want them to do well, I still think it's a good signing on their part. Yeah, because they don't really spark from midfield, because the only one is Pogba, and he seems to be out half the time. So, and then the one I had a laugh about though is when now that they've recalled Alexis Sanchez, and if he does well, he's quite cheap, so if he can return to his best, but I can't really see that happening.
But that news is true then, is it?
Yeah, no. So they've recalled him, and then they've signed Bruno. I saw this morning when I woke up that it was official.
Before we let you both go, Dan, your quick thoughts on Alexis Sanchez being recalled back to United?
I don't think he has until the summer.
It's coming back at end of season.
Yeah.
Oh, is it? Oh, okay. So then, yeah. Okay.
Let's just say Alexis Sanchez is washed out. You know, his best times are at Arsenal. He flops at United, and I look forward to seeing him flop again next season.
Totally.
He's going to be very cheap next season, I think. So if he can play at least, then he may be an alright.
It's nearly as bad as Giroud wanting to go to Spurs. Yeah. It's just can't not be biased.
Aussie boy, before we let you go, quick score prediction on the final result tonight.
I think we'll win 2-0 in the end. The game, it doesn't look like they'll score, but then again, it doesn't really look like we'll score another more than just one more, because we're struggling to break down their defence. So.
Cheers, dude. Speak to you soon, mate.
All right, yeah, you too. See you, mate.
And Dan, just quickly, your score prediction on West Ham Liverpool.
Yeah, I'm gonna. Do you know what? Sorry, G-Whizz. I'm gonna chalk. I mean, the game hasn't started yet for me, the City game, but I'm gonna go 3-0 to Liverpool.
And what do you think on the game that you're actually watching, Man City versus United?
I mean, De Gea's made so many saves. He's been brilliant in his first half. I've got a feeling City are going to score, though. So I reckon it'll end up 1-1. So it'll be a respectable result for United, but City will go through. But it is the Cup, so you never know what could happen.
I've just heard that apparently Mason Green was coming off at half-time, but I'm not sure if he's injured or what.
Oh, really?
James is coming.
Wow.
Well, he came on at virtually half time in the Burnley game. So I don't know what exactly is Solskjaer's thinking regarding Greenwood. Dan, just a quick reaction to that.
Yeah, it's quite. He hasn't really been involved much in the first half, really, but it's a bit of a surprise.
Dan, cheers, dude. Enjoy the game.
Yeah,
cheers. Thanks a lot.
They've just said on Sky that Greenwood's had a slight knock, so he has come off injured at half-time.
Oh, hopefully, well.
It's a slight knock, so I didn't notice anything. So.
Yeah, and to be honest with you, anybody that owns him, it is all down to pretty much being a punt. To be honest with you, a bit like people like myself. I brought him in just for a quick 1 week punt. I wasn't expecting much, but I'll happily have him on as a bench player. Evening, Charlie. One Rovers blog is in the chat at the moment. Gravy Dave, I can see a few putting in Sanchez in the next year. Looking forward to them summer streams with a few beers. Yeah. Juggernauts. Well. Afternoon, my friend. In answer to Charlie, Frode is saying Mane is gone for now, and a lot of people, Charlie, have already answered the question really, and they are pretty much getting rid of Mane. Isn't that right, G-Whizz? You said you're probably going to get rid of him.
Yeah, probably. I need to shake up my team, and it's a lot of money that I can use to spread elsewhere.
The thing is, though, at the moment, Mane hasn't exactly been on form as late. So really, it could be just a case of, this was probably the best time to get rid of him anyway.
Yeah. I like the idea of a double liver defence going forward, to be honest. And the Mane injury sort of helps settle that decision for me. It takes the decision out of my hands because I can drop him and bring in like a Van Dijk.
Evening, Sydney Hammer, another fellow triple Salah captainer. Who do you think then, apart from Trent Alexander-Arnold, who's the best other defender to get in from Liverpool then?
Myself?
Yeah. Would it be Van Dijk, Robertson?
Personally, I do like the Van Dijk over Robertson with the $500,000 saving. But to be fair to you, I mean, on recent showing, that's what I would have said. But in this game, Robertson has looked really lively.
It is constantly on the radio
one of those
hearing his
could go
name.
either way, isn't it?
Something happening, but no, Henderson.
The ball bounced up against Masuaku's arm, but it was clearly unintentional, and it wasn't sort of like we was attacking or anything. So it's just like play on. Good to see common sense in football sometimes, isn't it?
Yeah, without the interruption of VAR. Paulie, how's your game started after the first few minutes?
Just basically all Man City again. Just keeping the ball, they're getting up to the strikers and then just coming back to midfield and then just keeping possession. Man U have actually got a free kick now, just to the right of the area, so a chance to put another cross in.
If you want to just talk us through it, Paulie, that'd be...
yeah, it was Daniel James with his pace running down the wing, and I'm not sure who that were that fouled him. Cancelo found him.
Who looks like they're going to be taking the free kick?
Fred and Lingard are both over it.
Oh my days!
Yeah, go for it, Wiz.
Oh, Lanzini thankfully miscued his shot. Oof. Oh, what are these people trying to do to me, man? Oh my days! And then it's gone straight up the other end. And Firmino has had his shot saved by Fabianski.
And that would have been a
I'm
Salah
off
assist.
to the medicine cabinet. I need some tablets or something to keep my heart rate down.
And that definitely...
Fred's just put the free kick and Harry Maguire's headed it and it went about a yard over the bar.
We asked Dan what he thinks the score will be at the end of that. He went 1-1. What do you think, Paulie?
I still think Man City will win. I'll go 2-1. I still think they'll score 2.
Well, let's hope Aguero gets some goals.
Yeah, they're on the attack. Or Mahrez has just fallen over the ball. Man U are attacking now.
Are you a bit concerned, G, that West Ham could nick a goal in this particular game?
Yeah, anything can happen. Anything can happen. It's just like, please, not today. Not today.
Is this? I know you mentioned earlier on about the fact that you were going to captain Laporte last year, but you didn't. Is this the first time you've ever captained a defender?
No. I mean, are you talking strictly triple captain or just captain?
Captain, yeah.
Captain, no, I've captained Alonso. I captained Kolasinac. Alonso I captained a couple of times and he returned huge once and then nothing the other. But I was happy because over the two, the average was pretty high. Kolasinac I captained once. I think it was his first season at Arsenal and he was just trying to break into the team. He had one game. I brought him in when they were facing some weak opposition, and he got an assist, so that was all right. And then about three or four seasons ago, I triple captained David De Gea in a double game week,
Wow.
and he kept.
Hold on. We've got a goal. We've got a goal. Oxlade-Chamberlain. Is that right, G-Whizz?
He was involved in the build. I'm just trying to. It is Alex Oxlade-Chamberlain. Yeah.
Firmino assist, isn't it?
Oh, please no.
It's definitely nothing. Salah's done nothing. I can tell you that for free. But I'm pretty sure Firmino has got the assist in that. I'm pretty.
Oh.
Let's bring up Brett Mollison's team because I'm certain.
So I was just about to say, yeah, he kept 2 clean sheets, and I think it was 19 points. Yeah, so I got, 57, I think it was. Yeah, 57.
Wow.
I know, they say don't put it on a defender, but there's, for me, that time with David De Gea, it was like, everything made sense to me. It was a double game week. The 2 fixtures were against something like Brighton and Cardiff, or some ridiculous teams. And if anyone was not going to get rotated, it was going to be him. But I wouldn't recommend listening.
People are saying that it is a Salah assist.
Yeah, it's gone down as a Salah assist.
Oh, I don't know if I like that or not.
Really? I thought it was Firmino. Well, evidently it is a Salah assist because people are, going mad on here. Wow.
Let me just...
Nemanja Matic has just been booked.
Oh, yeah,
It hasn't come up as confirmed yet.
Well, the chat are going mad that it is, and it is.
Oh yes, yeah, confirmed.
Reputable sources. So Salah actually.
Assist by Mohamed Salah, yeah.
So he's going to get the 3 bonus then, G.
It looks that way, but I'm still interested to see what it's going to look like after 60 if it stays as it is.
I've said it. I said it at the time we predicted. I said that, look, I think Trent would get a clean sheet and an assist across the 2 games. I did say that across the 2 games that Salah and Mane each will get a goal and assist. At the moment as it stands, I'm bang on the money. You know, I'll still be pretty happy the fact that my captaincy...
No! Oh!
Tell us, G-Whizz.
So Lanzini was advancing into the penalty area to have a shot, which he did. I think So Lanzini, Snodgrass took it over, and he should have scored. But his shot just bobbled into the ground, thankfully, towards Alisson.
Sultan Saeed, well done to you. Obviously, someone doing very well in our Cash Money League. Triple captain in Salah, of course. Let's just quickly bring up Sultan's team again for you guys up on screen, just to see somebody that has got a triple captaincy on Salah, and there it is. And as it stands, he will be getting the 3 bonus points. He will be getting it. I'll just quickly double check that. But yeah, as it stands right now, yeah, Salah, Chamberlain and Henderson. Trent is nowhere near. Well, he is, but
I don't know what's happened to Man City. They've been really sloppy since Man U scored. They're giving ball away, kicking out of play and everything. It's all Man U at the minute.
Is that because though that they're winning 3? Well, they were winning 3-1, but now 3-2. They just think that the game's in the bag, or do you think no? This is just a bad day for City.
I just think it's a bad day. Like I said, the first 20 minutes, they could have scored about 3. Just since then, they've not really done anything. I think it'll take if they get one chance. I think then it'll all swing back in their favour. They've got a 4 on. They've got a 4-on-2 at the minute.
Uh,
Oh, they
uh,
Matic has just tackled Mahrez.
FPL Booner thinks that United may get something here. What do you reckon?
It's looking that way at the minute. But
Wow.
Man City are on the attack at the minute. Yeah, Man City are attacking, and Man U have got everyone apart from Martial behind the ball, so they're defending in big numbers.
Tell Boona, Snodgrass is our best player at the moment.
Well, you've just told him you are live on air, G-Whizz. You can... the whole world can hear you.
It's just had a run-in with Van Dijk. When I say running, I don't mean anything like fisticuffs or anything. I mean on the pitch. He's just gone past him, and it was good defending by Van Dijk, to be honest. But Snodgrass is a pain in the old derriere at the moment for him.
When watching this game, G, at the moment, is Trent looking attacking at all? I'm not really hearing much of his name at the moment. West Ham on the attack again.
Sorry. I was there was a West Ham free kick, and from close range the header went wide.
It's
Wow.
sounding a bit end to end at the moment, G. Would I be right, or am I completely going off the mark there?
Well, since the second goal went in, yeah, it's like, oh, we're not playing defence attack anymore. Let's have a game of football now, which is not what I want to see, to be honest.
I'm just
It's all Man United at the minute.
Go for it, Paulie. Tell us about him. Because at the moment it sounds like it's all West Ham.
Yeah, it's just Man United attacking. Man City are breaking it up, and then it's just being given away straight back to Man U. Man U are just coming back at them, but they're on the. Oh, Sterling's in.
Yep.
Oh, what's he doing? Oh, he's just put it over the bar. It were 1-on-1 with De Gea and started running across the area, took it back past the goalie, but there were 3 Man U defenders on the line by that time and hit it over the bar.
But Booner is saying that the Man City are just not clinical and cutthroat enough. Would you agree with that?
It were one of them situations where earlier on in the season he'd have scored that. He'd have hit it earlier instead of trying to be a bit fancy and everything. They're just not being clinical, especially with the passing as well. It's going all over the pitch.
But how far do you have to go back to find Sterling doing anything good? I mean, I can't think of the last time he actually did anything. I mean,
Game week 1 hat-trick, wasn't it?
Right at the start of the season.
I've just got Andrew.
Oh, honestly, he might obviously he's scored goals since then, but I'm talking about proper hauling. He hasn't scored a brace all season, has he? Apart from that hat-trick.
That's correct. Yeah,
I can't think of an occasion when he's done that.
I'll quickly bring him up on screen right now. I mean, he's 4th, would you believe, in the midfielders, and yeah. So ironically, West Ham away, he got 20 points with that hat trick. He got 11 points versus Aston Villa. And the last double-digit score he got was away at Wolves back in Gameweek 19 when he got 2 goals.
He did score a brace then.
Yeah, since then, though, he has got us 3-1-0-2-3.
So basically, what you're telling me is for the amount of money that he is as a midfielder, was that 3 double-digit hauls in 24 game week?
4 double-digit
4.
hauls.
Okay.
Yeah.
4.
And he's owned by near enough 19% of the game owns Sterling. Would you believe? Majority of them.
I'm sorry. I was going to say, call me greedy or something, but for that amount of money, I think an average of 6 games for a haul is a bit disappointing. I'm not going to lie.
No, I completely agree with you, especially for a player playing for Man City.
Exactly.
It really isn't good enough at all. Let's just quickly...
Oh, I believe we've just passed the half... No, yeah, we've just passed the 60-minute mark. And my triple captainship has just leapt up to 33 points. Love it.
Let's just quickly bring up your team, Wiz. Let's just...
Ooh, there was a quick chance for Firmino, but he got away from Masuaku, as does everyone, and screwed his shot wide.
So this is G-Whizz's team up on screen at the moment. 88 points. There's his triple captain, as you can see on screen right now. And that's 33 points as it stands. This is my team on 62 points. It's just such a shame Mane didn't play tonight.
Yeah.
It would have just covered potentially.
It's not a shame at all.
It's not a shame at all, did he
Yes.
say?
Loving it. Ole Solskjaer's just been shouting at Lingard, saying one more time and you're off.
Oh, what's he done exactly?
He just gave the ball away and Pereira's warming up at the minute.
According to people in chat, TAA should be on for 1 bonus point, Oxlade-Chamberlain on 2 and Salah on 3. Wow.
I'm just checking it now, Steve-O.
Is that right?
I think it's right because it's just gone from 33 to 36.
Wow. Oh, what I would do. Oh, I'd love it if Trent was to get an assist. An assist to
Oh my days.
Henderson again or Van Dijk. That would be great.
Yeah. I'll take that all day long.
Some form of attack and return from Trent would be absolutely amazing. Especially if it was to knock off potential bonus points from Salah, although I think...
Ooh. Yeah, that was a West Ham attack that came to nothing because they've got a Rolls-Royce defender in Virgil van Dijk sweeping around and cleaning up. Lovely. I've got the bonus points showing as Salah 3, Chamberlain 2 and Trent 1. Salah's got 42 BPS, Chamberlain 32 BPS, and Alexander-Arnold 27.
Do you think that, Chelsea Fly making the point that West Ham are just not clinical enough? Do you think if they were actually good at shooting, do you think they would have got something tonight?
Yeah.
Well, we've got about 23 minutes roughly. Let's just say 25 minutes until the game ends. So hopefully Liverpool can hold out. Hoping from mine and Wiz's point of view that Alexander-Arnold gets us something. An assist would be great, but a goal would be absolutely phenomenal. But
I don't think, like I said to you before, I don't think he's, prolific in that area, but assist, yeah.
Have you set up your team for this game week, Wiz?
For what, game week 25?
Yeah.
Not really, because I know I'm going to do something, but because I don't know what I'm going to do just yet, I've just left everything as it is.
Who do you think?
I've even still... So I was just going to say, I've even still got Mane as a vice captain. Yeah.
Off the top of your head, I've got the fixtures up on screen at the moment. Off the top of your head, who do you think is the best captaincy option?
Let me have a quick look. Bear with me.
It's not particularly that many standout matches. Liverpool, Southampton, Man U, Wolves, like I said. Burnley, Arsenal, Spurs, Man City.
Yeah, Jesse Lingard's going off and Pereira's coming on at 64 minute gone.
It looks to me... It looks to me Liverpool, Southampton could be the highest scoring one.
Highest scoring one, really? Origi in the
Oof.
box, but
Yeah, he can score if he wants. I'm not bothered.
Paulie, you were saying that Lingard's come off. So did Ole Gunnar Solskjaer's just got too angry with him, or what?
I'm not really sure because he patted him on back and gave him a hug when he went off. So was like a father-son moment, isn't it? Disappointed, but keep going.
Bilal saying, what about Grealish as captain? He's obviously away at Bournemouth. He got an assist yesterday versus Leicester. Actually, I'll ask you, Paulie, quickly, and I'll ask G-Whizz as well. Leicester losing last night, extremely disappointing result for them.
Yeah, I watched it. Maddison could have scored about 3 or 4 last night. They were really good. It just had penalties written all over it, and then they switched off from that cross and scored from the back post in the last minute. I didn't expect Villa to win. I thought Leicester were going to go through.
If you're a Leicester supporter, how disappointed would you be missing out on this opportunity to potentially go to the final of the Carabao Cup, considering how poor Aston Villa have been this season?
It was their only chance of silverware, really, wasn't it? Their only realistic chance of silverware. But they wouldn't have won anything in the final because they would have played Man City, innit? So it's not like, yeah, disappointing to lose a semi-final, and yeah, some Leicester fans will moan about that handball, which I'm glad wasn't given. But at the end of the day, Maddison, I don't rate him. I really don't rate him. He had about 7 clear-cut chances to score goals yesterday and didn't take one of them. Don't get me wrong, one of them was an absolutely world-class fingertip save from Nyland, is it? Was their goalkeeper? He had a stormer. He had an absolute stormer. But no, fair play to Villa. I thought they played all right.
Samir Khan asking Salah and Holgate in for Mane and Sancho. I straight away looked at them and thought, you know what, very good moves. And then Bilal saying get Lascelles in for Holgate. And looking at Holgate or Everton's fixtures in general, I agree with Bilal. Getting Lascelles is only 4.2. And yeah, go for it, Samir. Absolutely. Lanzini off, G-Whizz.
Yeah. At the moment, I believe there's another free kick.
Yeah, Mahrez has
Hold
gone
on,
off as well.
Fabinho's coming on as well. Or I think they're going to get him ready. I don't think he's officially coming on. He might be just like warming up or something.
And Paulie, so you said Mahrez is off. Who's replaced him?
Mahrez off, David Silva.
Oh, David Silva.
Oh, anyone fancy a Mane to Mahrez move? No?
No, not for me.
No, it's just too risky with Pep these days, isn't it?
Yeah, it does seem that, although if I was to quickly bring up his latest returns, I know he blanked the other day, but...
Yeah, that's what made me bring in Ali for it.
So, Man City, Mahrez. Yeah, so last few fixtures, let's just go back to Gameweek 20. 6 points, 5 points, 17, 1 and a 3. So, and minutes-wise, barring Gameweek 23 where he only played 17 minutes versus Crystal Palace. Pretty much a regular starter, to be fair. It seems to be, well, as of late, it seems to be.
Oh, no.
Oh my God.
day. We've just had West Ham
Own
streaming
goal,
forward
nearly.
left and right. And Trent Alexander-Arnold trying to clear it out for a corner has hit the post.
Jesus Christ.
Oh my! Listen, I'll be back in a minute. I need some tranquilizers or something. Hold on.
Yeah, to clarify that point, everybody, Trent has literally just hit the post, and it could have been an own goal. Oh my god. Oh my goodness, my heart was in my mouth just then. Yeah. Gabriel de Rop.
Let's be honest. Trent hasn't been his best tonight,
No.
and that would have just that would have killed me now.
Gabriel de Rop, breathe, G-Whizz, breathe.
I'm trying. I need some oxygen.
My goodness.
Can you imagine, Steve-O? Own goal, Trent.
Sorry, Paulie, what were you saying?
De Gea's just pulled off another decent save. Man City had a corner, it got cleared to about 30 yard out, and Kyle Walker hit it, and De Gea dove and saved it.
What is it with Man United up against these top teams? Excuse me. They just don't seem to lose, Paulie. What's going on?
It's weird. It's frustrating as well, especially as a Man United fan.
Yeah, if they could pull off the results that they do against the top teams, they could be winning the Premier League for.
Yeah, it's like that first 20 minutes. If that were any other team, they'd have probably scored 1 or 2 goals. But just because it was Man City, they couldn't score. And De Gea would have probably let one through his legs if it were Watford. It's just, it's more frustrating. Because it proves they can actually do well against decent teams.
Yeah. Samir, yes, I am keeping Marnie in for now. I don't need to get rid of him. I don't think I'm going to bother getting rid of him. I'd rather just keep him for now. I've already taken -8. There's no point in me taking...
Oh, no.
Paulie?
Another goal?
No, ball's just gone back to Maguire. He's dilly-dallied on it. Aguero's took it off him, and then there were 3 Man City players against David De Gea. And they've messed it up, and Gundogan got tackled.
Oh, my day.
And Man U are on the attack now. Oh, no. Man City are on the attack now. Back and forth now, this game.
Well, it's like this game here. Just seems to be all West Ham.
Aguero's just hit the side netting.
And Anisha's triple defence in Liverpool. I'd be happy, Anish, with a clean sheet, to be honest with you. Getting a goal from either TAA or VVD or your other defender would just be a massive bonus. For now, I'd be praying for that clean sheet.
Yeah, definitely.
Ray Joyce looking like he's going to be on for 100-pointer this particular game week. Let's just quickly again bring up Ray Joyce's team. 30th in the Cash Mini League. There he is there, Ray Joyce. 94 points at the moment, but that doesn't include the bonus points. And it looks like him. Let's just quickly update the bonus points as it stands right now. Oh God, Alexander Arnold's still in there just, but I think that Van Dijk may take that Alexander Arnold spot, if I'm honest with you. It's very, very close.
What's the BPS between them?
1 point, so 28, 27 and 26 for Alisson. Salah's got the 3.
Yeah, Salah's got the 3 points, definitely. But and Ox, I think, let me just double check something here.
Yeah, he's almost certainly going to get the 2.
Yeah, Ox, certainly. It's just how they manipulate the figures after the final whistle.
But unless somebody was to get, like, for example, Van Dijk or Robertson or Trent were to get a goal, there's no chance that Salah's going to miss out. Yeah, good.
No.
Good evening, David Hackinson. Welcome to the stream, pal. Space Otter making the point, I've Salah triple captain and no Liverpool defenders. I wouldn't mind Liverpool conceding. A lot of people are wanting Liverpool conceding. And
Nemanja Matic has just been sent off.
Whoa!
Sorry? Really? What's happened there,
2 yellow
Paulie?
cards. Second yellow card.
Wow. Was it deserved?
Yeah, he was chasing after one of the players and he just clipped his heel when the ball was nowhere near it.
And what's going on in the West Ham fixture? Something to do with a free kick? Should have been given, should not have been given. Declan Rice not to...
Sorry, I was at the medicine cabinet.
TAA's been taken off.
Has he? Hold on.
Yeah.
Yeah, he hasn't had the best of nights. So,
Well,
yeah, I'll take that. I don't think he'll end up with a bonus point, but I'm still happy. That means his clean sheet's locked in. West Ham can score 15 as far as I'm concerned now.
hey, that's a point. That's a point.
Go on,
We
West
need
Ham.
West Ham to score now. We need it.
Come on, Hammers.
Now you can support West Ham again.
Oh, my days.
Salah's just hit the post.
Yep. Oh, my days. What am I going to do? The medicine cabinet ain't got nothing in it now. Oh, my days.
Well,
Salah, what are you trying to do to me?
we need West Ham to score.
Definitely.
We are.
Come on, Hammers.
We are in absolute desperate need for West Ham to score now, just to cancel out those other defenders.
Especially Robertson and Van Dijk.
Oh my goodness. But realistically, though, Salah was the obvious choice to captain, wasn't he, G-Whizz? It was more of just go for a differential if required, which me and you have done.
Yeah. Yeah. I think I played it right. Well, I don't know. What do you think then? So, the difference between swapping the captains around between Salah and Trent.
Well, officially, it's... I don't know, I can't work out the... It's what? 5, 6, 7, 8 points difference from... Is that right? Is that my maths right? So Salah gets the goal.
Hold on. I've got it. Right, so Salah right now is on 16 points if you've triple captain Trent. Trent is on 36. But we'll call it 33 because we don't reckon he's going to get that bonus point, right?
No.
So we'll call it 33. So 33 and 16 is 49, is that right?
Yes.
Right, so let's reverse it the other way around. The 16 would become 48 and the 36 would become, we call that 13, call it 10. So, yeah, we would have been better off captaining Salah, but you got to try these things, ain't you, really?
No, I think this certainly was an ideal time to go a bit differential because, like I said, the majority of people own, like in our case, the 2 attacking players plus a defender. In this case, Trent Alexander-Arnold, or that's what the majority of people owned. And I was willing to take the risk on the fact that maybe Trent would get a clean sheet and an attacking return, which he's done. but I never thought he would have been taken off, and it looks like he's probably going to miss out on a bonus point. Salah, on the other hand, like I said, I predicted a goal and an assist. Like I said, it's just a shame that Mane didn't start, because I know we can't call it now, but there could have been a chance that Mane could have taken those points. But at the end of the day, we got a clean sheet. That's the main thing. We got a clean sheet. I'm happy with it.
I'm happy with that.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like I said to Aussie Boy, you got to look at the decision making that you went through and if that was correct. And yeah, I reckon that was correct, because me personally, I looked at the odds of Liverpool keeping a clean sheet over both fixtures, one fixture, or letting in goals in both. And over one, it was 45%. Now, if you give me a team that's got a clean sheet odds in any given week of 45%, I'll take that day in, day out.
Barring the triple captainers.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, hold on.
Phew. Cater's shot saved by Fabianski.
So really, including bonus points, we've only missed out on 5 points total.
Yeah, that's worth the gamble.
Yeah, and on triple captain is obviously 10 points, but it's not really as bad as expected. So I'm happy with it. Like I say, I'll
I'll be even more happier when West Ham score.
How many minutes are left, roughly? 6, 7?
Roughly that, yeah. I don't know how much stoppage time they're going to add on yet, but could be 10 minutes left, something like that.
And Paulie, how long's left in your game? About 10 minutes?
Yeah, 8 minutes, 82nd minute. We're in a minute.
So we're coming to a close very, very soon indeed. Hopefully, like we say, West Ham do score.
Man U made their third sub as well. Mata came on for Luke Shaw.
How did Luke Shaw look today? I mean, does Williams' starting place look at threat or not?
They looked alright playing down left-hand side together. Williams was the one who was playing a bit more advanced. But they did alright.
In your opinion, is Williams now a first teamer?
I've always liked Luke Shaw, though. But I think Williams, with his age and he's proved himself that he can play at the Premier League level. It wouldn't surprise me if Williams starts a lot more games now towards end of season.
Declan Rice coming very, very close indeed. Gee, what's going on?
Like you said, Declan Rice with the header, saved by Alisson.
Goal,
But,
Aguero scored.
Nice.
Aguero's not scored, it's offside.
Oh, Paulie.
Not nice.
It's the referee, linesman's got his flag up again, so it's the linesman, not VAR at the minute.
Blast.
I'll have a look though, they're just showing a replay now.
So Aguero,
Yeah, he is offside.
Aguero's going to play the full 90 then?
Well, they've still got 2 subs left. Man City, they've only used 1. So, Jesus could come on for a couple of minutes.
Is he warming up or anything? Or
They've not. I've not seen anything. They've not shown anyone warming up. No.
David Hackinson making a point to Aussie Boy, and it's just quite interesting what he's saying. And Aussie Boy is saying that Mane is going for me, and David just replying with, take a -16. His season is over and just having a mess about. And do you know what? It's exactly the same for me. I mean, it's like Dan always says, there's no point in sabotaging your team, but
have a bit of fun with it.
Have some fun, yeah. Certainly. This is what I've done with my -8. Just thought, do you know what? I brought in Aguero. Let's just captain him. Let's just get on with it. So I'm pretty sure Aguero's record versus Tottenham's pretty good, but the fact that he started tonight, yeah, not too sure that he'll play against Tottenham. But yeah, I agree with Gravy Dave. It's a bit worrying that Aguero's playing the full 90. Exactly. In fact, David saying that Aguero, he's going to be captain as well.
I just want to say, Steve. I mean, not that I would ever, I would never wish injury on a player, but this Mane injury is really sort of come at the right time and it's been really handy to sort of shake things up because the game was getting really sort of template-ish, wasn't it?
Yeah. The problem is, though, in my opinion, is that I just think there's just so much information out there for people to look at. We're all just copying each other. We're all just copying each other, and it all depends on. I look at it as all depends on how you start the season. If you start really, really well, then you just go, right, I'm just going to do defensive moves. Now, unless you're people like Show Me the Mane, for example, in our Cash Mini League, who take huge punts on various players. If I bring up Show Me the Mane's team now, bringing in these huge punts of players.
We've got a yellow card, Otamendi, Manu have a free kick out, dead centre, 20 yard out.
Oh, wow.
Maguire got fouled. Don't know what he's doing up front.
Now, I don't know what the rulings are, but what if Man United were to score? Does it go to extra time or?
No, there's no extra time until the final.
Oh, really? Right.
Yeah, I'm not sure. Away goals don't count, do they?
No, it'll just go to
so
penalties.
straight to penalties. Then if Manu score one more. Mata, Fred, and Pereira are over it.
Right, if you just keep us updated, Paulie, with how it's going to go, do you think it's going to take it?
It's on one Mata's side, so I'm thinking one Mata will take it. But Fred was the one who put the ball down. Yeah, Mata's walking away. There's Pereira and Fred are left.
God, if they score, crazy.
Isn't it?
So what would happen then? It would just go straight to penalties?
Yep.
Wow.
Fred took it straight into a wall.
Blimey. Oh.
Manu have got a throw in near the corner flag.
Are United deserving of this victory, Paulie, in your opinion?
They've looked a lot better. Yeah, even with 10 men, they've been able to keep the ball. They've been getting forward. There's just been nothing. Once it's got to edge at box, they've not really got into Man City's box. But they're not out of it.
And we'll be coming to a close of play in a minute. I'm sure that the stoppage time will...
Well, I wish this minute would hurry up. Oh, well, actually, no, I've just remembered. Trent's off, isn't he? Yeah.
Mo Salah about to take a corner. How ironic that would be if he gets an assist now. It would have been... it's come to nothing.
Yeah. Just lashed it in and it just went by everyone.
Mark Burns, surely if you've got nothing to play for, then trying to beat your highest rank in this is the challenge. Yeah, the problem is that me getting my highest rank would mean that I'd be challenging for the top 4 in a Cash Mini League, so complete waste of time. Yeah, Robert Dinsmore, the 50-50 decision over triple captain in Mane or Salah has cost people their seasons.
Yeah.
I would have still gone with, if I was going to captain one of those two, if I was going to, it would have been Salah because of his form. That's it. Gravy Dave, Steve, what's your prediction for Burnley versus Arsenal? 1-0 Arsenal. It's going to be a terrible game. Back to walls. Well, it wouldn't surprise me if it ended 1-1. I think they've drawn a lot of their games away from home, Arsenal, but they've got the hoodoo over us. So I think Arsenal are going to beat us 1, maybe 2-1, something like that. Cudio 2 foots. Surely we can celebrate Firmino Blagging.
Substitution for Man City. De Bruyne has gone off. John Stones has come on. At 90 minutes gone.
Of course, De Bruyne. Forgot about him. What's he look like today?
Blonde hair, blue eyes. Oh, sorry.
It's not really done much, to be honest.
Well, now that is.
So, did Paulie say he's had a quiet game then?
Yeah, he's not really done anything.
All right.
Now that's a bit lucky for you, Bilal. The only reason Bilal saying that the only reason I triple captain Mane is because, the only reason I didn't. The only reason why I was going to triple captain Mane is because everyone around me in my nearly league had only Mane and not Salah, so it was a differential for you. Unbelievable. Yes, Robert Dinsmore. Is that right, Paulie? Vardy was on the bench yesterday. I'm sure he was.
Yesterday he came on, actually, Vardy.
David Hackinson is saying that I think the team Pep has played today is the team that's going to play against Spurs. Do you think that's right, Paulie?
It's Pep, isn't it? It could be anything. If Laporte's just been rested and he's not actually picked up another little injury, then I think he'll play at the week. But other than that, this team that they've put out today has more or less been the team all season, hasn't it? There's 4-minute added time.
How long's this game left, G-Whizz? I mean, it seems like it's going on forever.
I need it to go on forever because it's going to take that long before West Ham score.
There we are. It's ended.
Full time.
It's ended. There we have it, everybody.
Yeah, I'll take that, Steve-O. I'm happy with that.
Yeah.
Aguero's going off. Jesus is coming on.
Oh, really?
92nd minute.
That's very late, isn't it? Evening, Davy P. That's very, very late.
Maybe he's trying to sort out his penalty takers.
It's walking off that slow until the 94th minute by the time he gets off.
I just want to go bed. G-Whizz, your overall summary of tonight's West Ham versus Liverpool game. How did West Ham look? How did Liverpool look?
Well, Trent was a bit disappointing. Robertson looked the best of the fullback. Van Dijk was had a few incidents where he looked a bit dodgy, but on the whole, quality as per. And yeah, they march on. West Ham, they started really slow. It was just like walking around the pitch, inviting Liverpool on, and then as the game wore on, they grew more and more into it. And they had a few chances. They should have taken one, and thankfully they didn't. I mean, they unfortunately.
And as you stated, you are happy with your triple captaincy on Trent Alexander-Arnold.
Yeah, I'll take that. 36 points if he can hold on to that one bonus, which I can't see anything changing in that respect. So we'll see, because it's only provisional at the moment, and you know how they sort of can change. So we'll see. But yeah, 94 points all out. I started on 300,000. I'm 130. I'll take.
Blimey, that's nuts, mate. That's absolutely nuts. Cheers, Gabriel De Rock. We're all. I think we're all going to be going now. To be honest with you.
Yeah. Get some kips, Steve-O.
David Hackinson. Yep, certainly. I'll show you my -8. So I did. Who did I do again? It was Madison. In fact, let's just quickly bring it up now. My team. Transfers. I'm trying to think who I did. That long ago. There we are. It's Madison, Vardy and Mopay out for Grealish, Aguero and Ings. That was for a -8, and I'm captain Aguero. I'll just quickly put up my team right now. But you'll be able to find that on Friday when we do our preview and we go in a bit more detail. But that's my team there as it stands right now. Paulie, how long's left before we
They've played 5 minutes of 4 because I think a 5-year-old just ran onto pit.
What? A
The
5-year-old?
youngest pitch invader I've ever seen.
Ban him! Life ban! Get him off!
That's ridiculous.
Stewards!
Was it a City 5-year-old or a United one? What's going?
They came from behind the Man City goal in the second half. I think that's where Man United fans are. Wait, no, both fans around there. Full-time whistle's just gone. It's finished 1-0.
Hey, thank goodness we can all go bed. G-Whizz, it's been a pleasure, my friend.
Yes, thanks for having me on, Steve-O. Been a pleasure, mate.
Thank you, dude. Take it easy.
See you later.
Paulie, just your thoughts on tonight's game, United Man City. How did both teams look, and do Spurs have anything to worry about?
The first 20 minutes, like I said, it was all Man City. De Gea kept Man U in the game. They could have scored 2 or 3 at least. Man United's goal came from the first shot on target, the actual first goal attempt. And then after that, Man City just seemed to... don't know what happened. They just took the foot off the gas, and the passing and everything was all over the place. And even with 10 men, it's been mostly Man United, actually. In regards to Tottenham, I think it'll be a good game, actually.
Going on that, do you think Aguero will start, considering he played the full 90 minutes today?
I think he will, but I don't want him to. From FPL eyes.
Paulie, really appreciate you coming on tonight and covering the game, mate.
Yeah, no problem, mate. Enjoyed it.
Cheers, dude. See you later.
See you later, Steve.
There we are. Thanks to Paulie and G-Whizz for taking their time out covering the West Ham Liverpool game, and of course the City versus United game. Yep, that's it from myself. Just a quick stream tonight. Just quickly do the quick admin out the way. If you've enjoyed the stream, it's the usual story. Just simply hit the like button. If you are completely brand new around here and you haven't subscribed, we are back in the rhythm again. So it will pretty much be almost daily streaming again. Although ironically, there's not going to be a stream tomorrow. So the preview show will be on Friday. And then we've of course got Saturday FPL Live, where I'll be on about 4:15, something like that. And then Sunday surgery, of course. And then moving into next week, of course, and it all continues. So yes, just join us on a Friday when we will be previewing Gameweek 25. Other than that, follow us on Twitter for all the latest news at Elite FPL, of course, Instagram as well. Other than that, have a good evening. I'm going to bed. Thanks for all joining us this evening. Take it easy, guys.